New resource available that brings all of Florida's citrus research together, delivering it right to you on your computer, phone, or tablet. Introducing the All In for Citrus podcast from UF IFAS in partnership with Southeast AgNet. The monthly series spans the Sunshine State with research project updates from the UF IFAS statewide citrus team. Listen to the latest episode by searching All In for Citrus on iTunes, your favorite podcasting application, or at citrusindustry.net.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
If you're thinking about what plants go together for your spring garden, think about color, season of bloom, and shape, but also care needs when you're planting. Get an early start on spring with a generous helping of bulbs that pop into bloom just as winter starts to fade. Create a colorful and fragrant spring garden by mixing flowering herbs and perennials that bloom together in May and June. The variety of heights will help your garden bed look full and lush, especially during late spring when everything is in bloom. Use roses generously, particularly shrub and landscape varieties. They blend well with annuals or perennials from spring to fall. Having a beautiful garden in the early summer doesn't mean you have to plant a rainbow of colors. Instead, make a bigger impression by sticking with different versions of the same color. And most importantly, don't forget about our favorite garden friends. Butterflies, bees, and other pollinators will flock to your yard when you include a generous supply of nectar-rich flowers. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 67 to 70, then partly cloudy tonight, low 45 to 53. Partly sunny on Friday, high tomorrow 71 to 74, and look for rain tomorrow night. Saturday and Sunday both will have sunshine and some clouds, high Saturday 63 to 67, high Sunday 62 to 64. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
On Friday, January the 15th at 8:35, my guests will be Robert Cooper and Steve Blank of 0 Hour Life Center, a recovery community organization. We'll learn about the RCO and the many services they provide. There is hope for the hopeless, and there is life after addiction. Recovery is possible. We all know someone who can be helped by the RCO, so tune in at 8:35 Friday, January 15th. This is a vital information for our community brought to you by 0 Hour Life Center and your friends here at WOCA, The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Thursday edition. I'm coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. I will tell you, I look out the window, if you walk by our radio studio, there's a big fishbowl type window. That's what I always call it. It's like you're looking out, you're inside the aquarium and you're looking out at people walking by, like the fish look out at the aquarium at SeaWorld. So I call it the fishbowl effect. I always have the whole time I've been here. Big window where you can see into the studio and we can see out. And right now I can see the entrance to the Paddock Mall, and it makes me laugh every time I see this happen. The doors to the Paddock Mall, they're motion sensor doors, so they open when they see motion. There's nothing in front of the doors. There's no people walking up to the doors. Nothing's going on, but the doors are open, and now they close about a foot. Now they're open. Now they close about a foot. Now they're open. That's how I keep myself amused, folks, in the studio. So I'm watching these doors go open and close. Open and close. The things that keep me amused. Today is the Chief Greg Graham Legacy Walk at Zone Fitness. Started at 7 a.m. this morning, goes till 7 p.m. tonight. What is the Greg Graham Legacy Foundation? It's a legacy left of his family, friends, and community that will forever be felt in the lives he touched. This fund is established to remember the man loved by so many who impacted even more. This straight from their website. The impact Greg Graham had on this community is an Amnesty program for people addicted to drugs. That became a significant focus for Chief Graham and his department in 2018. The Heroin Opioid Amnesty program assists those suffering from addictions in 3 ways. You walk into the police department, call the department for help, or seek out any police officer for assistance. Once you reach out, you're transported to a local rehab facility to get treatment. And despite arrest, Chief Graham noted the opioid crisis wasn't a law enforcement issue, which was why he had such a passion for the impact it was making on their lives. So the inaugural Legacy Walk is taking place right now at Zone Health and Fitness, 524 South Pine Avenue. It's going to be on the Chief's treadmill, number 12. There'll also be people on treadmills 11 and 13. We had Chief of Ocala Fire, Sean Alexander, in here earlier this week talking about this Legacy Walk. I'll be going out to Zone Fitness after I get off the air today. I'll be going out to show my support for a few moments out there around people who were all touched by the generosity, the friendship, just the impact that knowing someone like Greg Graham had on their lives. And there'll be a lot of people out there that are just like me that called Greg a very good friend and would understand the loss of our community by losing Chief Greg Graham in a tragic airplane accident back in October. So if you want to go and just reflect with like-minded people on how great a person and how big an influence Greg Graham had on this community, to your chances today at the Chief Greg Graham inaugural Legacy Walk taking place now at Zone Fitness. Started at 7 a.m. They rolled out early this morning, and it's going till 7 p.m. tonight. So I encourage you to stop by. Any small amount of donation is beneficial to the cause. The money's going to help Beacon Point Rehab Facility and also the Boys and Girls Clubs of Marion County. If you know anything about the Boys and Girls Clubs of Marion County, you know they've been hit hard during this pandemic. One of their locations was burglarized not once but twice during the pandemic. They had their van stolen and ransacked. So good causes, both the Beacon Point Rehab Facility and the Marion County Boys and Girls Club. So go out and take part in the Chief Greg Graham Legacy Walk. It's going on right now at Zone Fitness and will continue until 7 p.m. tonight. Another update is Martin Luther King Day is this Monday. Usually there is a march, the annual Martin Luther King March, but they're not going to have the march this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. At least 1,000 people or more on many years, depending on the weather, walked from the Ocala downtown square to Webb Field at the Martin Luther King Jr. Recreation Complex. The march, which is about a mile, crosses the railroad bridge from downtown to the other side of the tracks in historic West Ocala. Serves as a reminder of the 1960s racial divide that led many people to fight for equal rights. The march honors Dr. King and the civil rights leaders involved in the march on Selma, Alabama. That was a bloody Sunday. That was almost 56 years ago. This year, the traditional march will be replaced with a car caravan to protect people from COVID-19. Several area pastors decided that MLK Junior Day should not end up a wasted day just because they couldn't march. Instead, they want to do something to help Interfaith Emergency Services. They decided to collect non-perishable food items and report to the Second Bethlehem Baptist Theological Seminary, known as the Ocala Theological Seminary, on Monday, which is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. The car caravan will leave at 10 a.m. and drive about 4 blocks to Interfaith to deliver trunk loads of food. So in lieu of the march this year, instead there's going to be a car caravan that starts at Second Bethlehem Baptist Theological Seminar, and that's on 1105 4th Street in Ocala. It's going to be 9 a.m. Monday. And the caravan will leave at 10 a.m. and drive about 4 blocks to the Interfaith Services offices to deliver trunk loads of food. So just letting you know, there will not be a Martin Luther King Jr. march this year, but there will be a car caravan to honor the late Dr. King, who, boy, I wish Dr. King was here right now. He would help a lot. Dr. King was a man of vision. He was a man who saw some injustice and went about it in a way to change the injustice, but he did it through nonviolent terms and taken way too early. I think Dr. King would have been an asset to our society long into the 21st century if he had been if he would have not been taken from us by an assassin's bullet in 1968. So to honor Dr. Martin Luther King, this year there's going to be a car caravan that will start grouping up at Second Bethlehem Baptist Theological Seminar. It's also known as the Ocala Theological Seminar. And the car caravan will then leave that area at 10 a.m. to traverse the 4 blocks to Interfaith Emergency Services to deliver trunk loads of food to Interfaith. So a really good job by those folks to keep the march without physically marching, but keep the thought of what's going on and the inroads and the progress that Dr. King helped usher in. And they're going to help Interfaith at the same time. So kudos to the area pastors who came up with this idea during the COVID-19 pandemic to not have a large group of people marching, but still have a group of folks that are going to help out Interfaith through a car caravan with truckloads of food being brought to Interfaith. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about what Florida lawmakers are looking at, because there's, as we all know, the pandemic has cost a lot of money, and it's in tax revenue. It's cost the legislatures quite a bit of money. And remember that mother who left an abusive husband and then got her kids taken from her because the DCF, the Department of Children and Families, said she allowed her children to watch her. She was getting beat, and because she didn't go put her kids up in a bedroom so they couldn't watch it, that her kids were taken from her because she didn't protect her children from watching her be abused. Well, there's an update to that story as well we'll get into after this timeout. This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Go to the Greg Graham Legacy Walk. It's going on now at Zone Fitness till 7 p.m. tonight. Go check that out and be a part of the inaugural Legacy Walk for the late Chief Greg Graham. We'll be right back after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. The Ocala Golf Club, one of
Career Source.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today.